So yesterday I was watching a couple videos and on Ben Moll's site, on Ben Moll's restoration site. Stumbled across a video um, in regards to a Key Caddy challenge. The Key Caddy challenge was posted by another YouTube channel that Ben saw. So I said, you know what, that's kind of cool. I really like the whole challenge thing. I really appreciate the restoration community out there on YouTube. It's fantastic, fantastic sources, fantastic people. I've learned a lot. I've gotten a lot of great ideas from the various channels. I've subscribed probably to about 20 of them, and yeah, so really helpful, and really again, really grateful that they're up there. Okay, I didn't see anyone who had created a key caddy for their equipment in their shed. Equipment like the tractors, the ride-on tractors, and maybe the snowmobile, or some other type of ATV or utility vehicle. I thought it'd be kind of neat to create a key caddy that would kind of suit the garage or shed environment well. Searching around, I found this very well-worn, well-used garden shovel, if you will. And I said, you know what, I think this will be perfect for this project. Okay, still got a lot of, I think one of the last projects I used this for was a mortar project, making a retaining wall. So I've still got some mortar on there. Okay, so we're going to get in there with this is a fairly soft steel brush. Just want to remove a little bit of the loose grit, not much, like I said. Okay, from here, we're just going to take some 80 grit. Just going to lightly sand the handle. So thinking about it and looking at the equipment that's in this one building that we're going to utilize this key caddy in, we have 4 pieces of equipment that have keys. Alright, so we've got that handle wrapped. We want to clear coat the metal to lock in that patina. Okay, so we're just going to go outside and spray on a couple of coats of Rust-Oleum. Alright, so looking to mount this, so I decided to go inexpensive. Trying to keep this whole thing very inexpensive, no cost actually. Piece of scrap 3/8 plywood. So I got a round over bit in my drill press at 2700 RPM. Yeah, sometimes plywood's a little tough. The router, the round over bit, did a nice job making like this into like a plaque. But it did take a piece out. This is, I'm sure, a weak area here. So just going to use a little wood filler. And you need some wood filler only to open it up and have it all cracked and dried out. Well, here's a little shop tip. You know that old broken 1-inch drill bit that you have? Everybody has one. It may not be a 1-inch, it may be a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4, or maybe it's even 1.5 inches. Okay, don't throw it out. Okay, this one is a 1-inch. Tip broke off. Not really usable. So what I went ahead and did was I smoothed off all the edges. Okay, took off all the sharp edges, cleaned it up on the belt sander, and then I blued it so that way it would make it somewhat rust resistant. It also looks good. All right, and so what you do is you put that in your handy dandy drill, and that makes a perfect stirring stick for small containers like this wood glue. To loosen up that wood glue again, all you have to do is just add a little bit of water, not much. You can always add more. Go easy at first, and then take your drill bit, put it on slow speed, and go ahead and just stir it up. At this point, you can actually just use the bit as a spatula as well. There you go. Yeah, so scrape off any excess that's on your tool so it can be used. Put the cap back on nice and tight. That'll be ready to go for the next time. Hey, maybe you need to mix up some varnish that's been sitting on the shelf for a while. All you got to do is you just use the same tool. Okay, we let that dry for a couple hours. After we applied 2 coats of clear, just going to remove the wrapping on the handle. Preserve the handle. We want to preserve the patina obviously, but we also want to preserve so it doesn't really change. But we also wanted to darken it a little bit, to make it look a little bit nicer. I'm just going to dry that off and rub it out with some sawdust. Go ahead and polish that off. You do anything with leather, like we do, save your scrap pieces. I mean, this could be used for something, but what I'm using it for is to polish out the handle. Okay, the back of a piece of leather, okay, like the felt side, it really works well for polishing leather, okay, especially when you're using beeswax. Okay, so I think we really preserved the patina and at the same time protected the piece. All right, so now we have the plaque. We let the wood filler dry. Now we're just going to sand down the filler. All right, so we're going to stain this plaque. We don't want the finish to be too dark, so we're just going to use some Spar Varnish. Okay, this is good for any exterior wood. Okay, we'll let that dry for about 10 minutes, and we're just going to sprinkle some sawdust on that. So here I have that piece of leather again. I'm just going to use that just to wipe it with the grain. Okay, as you can see, we have the piece on the plaque. We're just going to go over to our drill press. We'll be right back. Alright, we're just going to go over to the drill press. We'll be right back. Okay, so on the back of the plaque, we want to countersink the screws. So we're just going to use a countersink tool here. Because I'm going to permanently affix this to the wall, I'm going to drill a couple holes. Okay, so we drilled those mounting holes. Well, now we're just going to countersink. Okay, we're now ready to tie everything together. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to mount this. We are going to use also some craft glue, some hot glue, just to stabilize it on there. We're just going to put some in this area here. Okay, so we've got that mounted. It looks really good. All we have left to do now is just put in the hooks for the keys. So what we have here is we've got a little kit here. And included in the kit are little eyelets. Okay, so these eyelets are going to be perfect. The kit didn't include. This is like a frame hanging kit. You know, the whole shebang here. So it didn't have hooks per se that would work for this. There's different type of hooks for hanging pictures and stuff. But what we figured out will work is we could just cut off half the eyelet. So I'm going to take out 4 of those. Put away our kit. And we will just snip using our Crowder 4510-1s. Probably saw these in a previous episode. It's where we clean these up and we put on some handles using a method that we never used before. Okay, so we're just going to cut the eyelet. So they stay upright, we're just going to use a little hot glue in each one of the holes.
There we go. And we will just remove that extra glue. Just like so. There we go. Beautiful. Okay.
I like the way it came out. Very happy with it. Very rustic. Hopefully you guys will like it as well. I enjoyed making it. Project took me about 2 hours in total. Total work time. Not including dry time and stuff like that, but total work time was about 2 hours. Cost was essentially nothing. Cost was essentially zero. I want to thank a couple people. I want to thank Ben Wall for introducing me to this challenge. Okay, I did find it on his site. And but I also want to thank ScoutCrafter. ScoutCrafter is the restoration channel that started this challenge. So really, kudos to you. Thanks for putting this out there, and hopefully you like what we've done here. And yeah, if anybody has any questions, pretty much yeah, just shoot me an email. My email address is on my About Us page. Thanks again, and God bless the United States of America.